Hi boys and girls, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's class, we are going to write a program using what? Using a while loop. See, this is a basic program. This program is very simple. Okay, now, write a C program to print all square numbers which are less than 121 using the while loop. Okay, you are supposed to write a program. This program should display what? The program should display square numbers which are less than 121. So what is a square number? This is the question now. Okay, well, at least you should be clear with what is a square number. So a square number is a number that can be written as n squared, where n is a what? Where n is an integer. Okay, well, a square number is a number that can be written as n squared, where n is an integer. Okay, where n is an integer. So what is the meaning? 0 multiplied by 0, 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 4 into 4, 5 into 5, 6 into 6, 7 into 7, 8 into 8, 9 into 9, 10 into 10, 11 into 11. Okay, this is nothing but 0 squared. This is 1 squared. This is 2 squared. This is 3 squared. This is 4 to the power 2. This is 5 squared. Okay, this is 6 squared. This is 7 squared. This is 8 squared. This is 9 squared. This is 10 squared. Okay, this is 11 squared. Okay, so here what is the answer? This is 0. This is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. This is 64, 81, 100, and this is 121. So these are the perfect squares. These are the what? These are the perfect squares. The program should print all square numbers which are less than 121. It means what? It means 121 is not part of the output. 121 should not be what? Should not be printed. So what is the output? I'm going to write the output here. This is 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. This is the output. So the program should give this as the what? As the output. Now I'm going to write the program. Include stdio.h. Int by semicolon I is less than or equal to 10. Okay, here right, printf. We want to print an integer, right? These are integers, so I'm going to use %d as the format specified, backslash, and this is the escape sequence. Okay, I want to print what? I want to print I into I. Okay, wow. This is over. Here you're supposed to write what? Incrementation part I plus plus. Okay, then you close. Here you return 0. Okay, it's okay. This is over. So this is the program. The program is going to give this as the what? As the output. Okay, wow. Let's check. Let's check. The first thing, the program is going to check for the preprocessor directive. So this is the preprocessor directive. Now, hash include stdio.h, it is going to check. This is over. After checking this preprocessor directive, it is going to check for the main function. This is int main. This is the main function. Now, so it is going to enter into the what? Into the main function. Now, The compiler is in the main function. The compiler is in the what? Is in the main function. So what is the meaning of this statement to the compiler? This statement is introducing a variable I to the compiler. And this variable is going to store a what? Is going to store an integer. Okay, so some space is allocated for the variable I. Some space is allocated for the variable I. Okay, I. Suppose the memory address is 230. This I is going to store an integer. Okay, this is followed by what? This is followed by initializing I. This is the syntax now. Whenever you are using a while loop, what is the general syntax? Okay, the general syntax, you are supposed to initialize. Then, while the condition is checked. Okay, now I mean the while loop. The statements in the while loop are what? Are executed. Okay, followed by what? You are supposed to increment or decrement. Okay, this is the general syntax. So here it means I'm going to initialize I is equal to, the first value of I is equal to 0, semicolon. Okay, this is the case now. So what is the first value of I? I is equal to 0. So 0 is going to be placed here. Now I is storing the value 0. It's okay. Let's move on to the next part. Here the compiler is going to check for what? It is going to check for the condition. Are we together? The compiler is going to check for the condition. While I is less than or equal to 0. What is the value of I? I is 0. Okay, 0 is less than 10. Yes, this is true. If this is true, the compiler is going to enter inside. Okay, then it is going to meet this statement. What is this? This statement is telling the compiler to print what? To print an integer. Okay, see, this format specifier is used to print a what? Is used to print an integer. So this statement is telling the compiler to print an integer. But how to find this integer? To find this integer, you are supposed to say I into I. This is nothing but multiplication. What is the value of I? Is 0. Multiplied by what? Multiplied by 0. What is the answer? The answer is 0. So 0 is going to be printed. Here we are. 0 is coming. After printing this 0, what is going to happen? The value of I is going to be incremented. The value of I is going to be incremented. What is the full expansion of this statement? This simply means I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, so here I is equal to, what is the value of I? This is 0 plus 1. Now what is the value of I? I is equal to 1. So this is going to disappear. Now I is what? Is 1. Here, what is the value of I? Here now I have 1. Here now I have 1. It's okay. This is no longer here. Now let's check. 1 is less than 10. True. 1 is less than 10. If 1 is less than 10, what is going to happen? Again, the compiler is going to enter inside. It is going to print an integer. Okay, how it is going to find this integer? It is going to say I into I. What is the value of I? Is 1. So 1 into 1. What is the answer? The answer is 1. So 1 is going to be printed. Okay, after printing this one, the value of I is incremented. Again, I is equal to I plus 1. So I is equal to 1 plus 1. What is the answer? I is equal to 2. Now the new value of I is 2. So this is going to disappear. Now I have 2 here. Here I have 2 here. Here I have 2. It is going to check again. 2 is less than 10. Yes, this is true. It is going to enter inside. Again, it is going to print an integer. And this integer is found by what? By saying I into I. What is the value of I now? It's 2. 2 into 2, what is the answer? The answer is what? The answer is 4. After printing this 4, the value of I is incremented from 2 to what? To 3. Okay, so now I is 3. 3 is checked banner. 3 is less than 10, right? Then it is going to enter into the while loop. It is going to print 3 times 3. What is the answer? This is 9. So the value of I is going to be incremented till it is 10. Okay, let's say the value of I is 10. If I is 10 now, I is 10, 10 will come. Okay, but 10 is less than or equal to 10. This is true. 10 is equal to 10. Then the compiler is going to enter. Now, it is going to print 10 times 10. Then this 100 will come. Okay, after printing this 100, what is going to happen? The value of I is incremented from what? From 10 to 11. Now I is 11. 11 into 11. Okay, see, the value of I is incremented from 10 to what? To 11. Okay, now the compiler is going to check. 11 is less than 10. Is less than or equal to 10. This is false. 11 is greater than 10 now. So the compiler is not going to enter inside. That's why 121 is not being what? Is not being printed. 121 is not part of this output. So this is the output. Thank you very much, boys and girls. I will see you in the next class. Enjoy your day.